Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks have been working this offseason. Yes, they want to keep Giannis on the roster. However, that might not be in their best interest. For one, Damian Lillard most likely won't play the entirety of next season, and if he does, he still won't be in shape and ready for the NBA playoffs. So that's a year wasted. On top of that, how will you build around this team? It'll be hard to offload the Kyle Kuzma contract. You'll probably re-sign Bobby Portis, but at the same time, Kevin Porter Jr., Gary Trent Jr., and Brook Lopez will probably seek employment elsewhere. That just leaves Giannis Antetokounmpo, a superstar that's worth probably top 3 most assets in the entire league. Some people would say that Nikola Jokic is probably worth more than him, but I would beg to differ in some aspects of their game. Depends on what you're looking for. All I know is that he has enough game and hype for multiple teams to put their best packages together. And I know that the San Antonio Spurs do have the assets to get him. However, I think it's less realistic for them to acquire him just off the fact of what the Oklahoma City Thunder are doing. They're in the NBA Finals with another team that has a young roster. And whenever you look at that, the Spurs are motivated. They know what they have, and they have the number 2 overall pick and 14th pick in a loaded draft class. So why would they give up those 2 things and the rookie of the year, Jeremy Sohan, Devin Vassell, or Keldon Johnson? That just doesn't make sense to them if they want to have long-term success. If Giannis gets injured, or Wemby, or De'Aaron Fox, then you might as well just chalk the season. But lucky for you guys, I have the perfect trade for the Milwaukee Bucks that I feel in my heart will happen. You see, the Oklahoma City Thunder actually should be the favorites to get Giannis Antetokounmpo, because if they're smart, they'll learn from the past failures of the Golden State Warriors. In their first year winning the NBA championship, it got to their heads. Yes, they were a great team. However, they went against LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. They won in 6, yes, but they forgot that Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love were both injured. Instead of improving the roster, they decided to run it back. Of course, they did have an opportunity being up 3-1, but they ultimately didn't win an NBA championship. They knew that they had to get something else. There was no such thing as just run it back. They went out and got Kevin Durant, and that's all they needed. The Oklahoma City Thunder can win an NBA championship this year, and next year, they just need to go ahead and get Giannis so they can be back-to-back champs. So before I get started with this trade, I do have to ask you a question. What do you think the Milwaukee Bucks should do? Should they trade Giannis Antetokounmpo, or should they build around him? And if you think they should build, what trade do you think the Bucks can do to make this roster better? And where do you have them finishing next season after that move? Also, if you like what I've been saying so far, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on my Instagram accounts. I've been posting more, I'm just getting back into it, so you don't want to miss this ScottyIce content. Now let's get back into this trade, and I think it's interesting because it involves the Milwaukee Bucks, Oklahoma City Thunder, and the Los Angeles Lakers. And the Bucks, they get Rui Hachimura, Austin Reaves, Gabe Vincent, Maxi Kleber, Williams, Deng, and Nikola Topic with 6 first-round picks and 4 second-round picks. The Oklahoma City Thunder, they get Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the Los Angeles Lakers, they get Isaiah Hartenstein, Kyle Kuzma, and Pat Connaughton. Now, let's start off with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Right now, they're in the NBA Finals. While I'm recording this, they're up 3-2, but we saw Chet Holmgren get bullied by Miles Turner, and that's just something that wouldn't happen with Giannis Antetokounmpo. His 30.4 points per game, 11.9 rebounds, is something that will be able to outmatch what Miles Turner can do, even on the defensive side of the basketball. You also can't deny the fact that he has been working on his game, which will improve his longevity. And as far as the draft picks, any draft picks that they use in recent time won't be going towards them having any playing time soon. because their roster is set. They're trying to run it back even if they lose in the NBA Finals, just with some minor tweaks. Moving on to the Los Angeles Lakers, they just sold their franchise for $10 billion to Mark Walter, and they need to make some changes onto the roster. They know that for a fact. So go get Kyle Kuzma, who has won a ring with the Lakers. Isaiah Hartenstein, he can be that young center that the Lakers desperately need. Just on the season, he was able to average 11.2 points, 10.7 rebounds, 3.8 assists, 1 block, and shot 58% from the field. Him with Luka Doncic or LeBron James will be deadly in the pick and roll. Pat Connaughton, we know that he will provide shooting, but the main thing that we want to talk about is what the Milwaukee Bucks get. For one, they get Austin Reaves, who just last season averaged 20.2 points, 5.8 assists, 4.5 rebounds, shot 46% from the field, and 37.7% from 3. Rui Hachimura, he averaged 13.1 points, 5 rebounds, 1.4 assists, and shot 50.9% from the field and 41% from 3. That right there from the Los Angeles Lakers is enough to get you going at least in the regular season. Ousmane Dieng and Nikola Topic is the two guys who you can build toward the future with. Honestly, I believe they have tremendous upside, and you can doubt that, but at the same time, you still have 6 first-round picks and 4 second-rounders, so the future will be bright in Milwaukee. But you guys let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think that the Milwaukee Bucks should keep Giannis, or would a deal like this be enough? Do you still want to make the trade with the San Antonio Spurs? And if not, if we were to trade Giannis, give me 3 players that you would want in return from any NBA team that you think is possible. But don't forget to follow me on my Instagram channels, like, subscribe, and comment on the video. And this your boy ScottyIce, aka Baby Bron, and you already know, I'm out.